Hello, a great day to you! Another Sunday has come and it's another time to attend our services. I sincerely thank you for coming here and watching this clip to help your children in Kids Church. I hope you're all safe and doing fine. Welcome to Kids Church Online. As you have seen me in our previous weeks, once again, I am Vince, and we are always ready to serve you along with our Kids Church teachers and other pastors. Our family devotional is a guide for you to continue teaching your kids about the Word of God, even in our households. So last week, we introduced to you our one-to-one booklet for kids ages 10 plus. If you still haven't heard of it, grab a copy now in our Kids Church online page. You can easily find it there. It's a great tool to help disciple your kids. Once more, we are in our series entitled Wonder Women 2. And we have heard of many women mentioned in the Bible that greatly contributed to the fulfillment of the work we have as disciples. For our first week, we talked about Louis, Timothy's grandmother. Next, Elizabeth, John's mother. Then last week, we talked about Miriam, the sister of Moses. Now this week, we are on our second to the last installment of our series, and we are going to talk about Lydia, a welcoming friend. Let's get to it. Connect. To start off, we are going to have this short activity of our kids to warm up the actual teaching. For today, we will be having this activity. Prepare first the materials, which are 2 pieces of paper and flour. If not, you can use some powder. First step, put the flour on the table. Then have your child hold a sheet of paper in front of his face and try to blow off the flour. Now on the second sheet of paper, make a small hole and ask your child to blow through the hole. Well, that was pretty quick, right? Now that we've done our activity, ask your child, did anything happen when you blow on the paper? How about when you blow through the hole? It's interesting. One small hole of opportunity can make a difference. Tell them that we all can be like that hole because all of us have an opportunity to help and serve others. It's time to read the Word. We will be reading from Acts chapter 16 verses 11 to 15, and I'll be reading in the English Standard Version or ESV about the conversion of Lydia. In verse 11, so setting sail from Troas, we made a direct voyage to Samothrace, and the following day to Neapolis, and from there to Philippi, which is a leading city of the district of Macedonia and a Roman colony. We remained in the city some days. In verse 13, and on the Sabbath day, we went outside the gate to the riverside, where we supposed there was a place of prayer, and we sat down and spoke to the women who had come together. One who heard from us was a woman named Lydia from the city of Thyatira, a seller of purple goods, who was a worshiper of God. The Lord opened her heart to pay attention to what was said by Paul. In verse 15, and after she was baptized and her household as well, she urged us, saying, if you have judged me to be faithful to the Lord, come to my house and stay. And she prevailed upon us. Lydia here was a worshiper of God. When she heard Paul's message, she was baptized along with the rest of her family, and she invited her newfound friends to be guests in her home. Hers was a simple act of hospitality. She offered what she had at that moment to serve others. Isn't that a great deed? After reading the Word, let's have our huddle time with our kids. We are going to be asking our kids different questions based on their age group. If your kids are ages 2 to 6 years old, ask them, how can you help or serve your friends? If your kids are 7 to 12 years old, ask them this, do you think you can serve your family and friends? How? Look for opportunities to serve the people around you without thinking or expecting anything in return. Now that they have already shared their part, it's your turn to impart to them. Let them ask you to think of a time when you served someone who had no way of paying back what you did for them. Share it with your kids. We do not need to be an official or a leader to serve others. Jesus served his disciples and others, and we too can follow his example. When we serve others, we open an opportunity for them to know God. Serving others does not need to be difficult or costly. We can always serve them with what we have at that moment. After our reflective huddle time, take a moment to pray with your kids. After you spontaneously pray with them, let them utter a prayer on their own or following the guide we have in our family devotional. There's a short prayer guide to follow there which is directly related to what we can learn from the lesson. Lastly, there are interesting facts and bits of information we have about Lydia. Get to know those in the Discover section. Wow, we are finally done. Truly, God has moved so amazingly in the lives of these women. Let us be motivated by their examples and continue our mission. And I commend you for doing your part in ministering to your kids. Mama, Papa, Nanay, Tatay, or guardians, thank you for your time and I am thrilled to see you next week. God bless you.